In quiet neighborhoods, power goes wrong.
The police cruiser rolled up slow. Lights off. Windows down. The officer stepped out, glanced at my driveway, then at the complaint on his phone. He looked confused. "Sir," he said carefully, "we received a report that you're illegally blocking this driveway." I smiled. Calm. Polite. "Officer," I replied, "this is my driveway." Across the street, Karen folded her arms and smirked. She didn't know that in less than an hour, she'd be standing in my office saluting, realizing she'd just filed a complaint against the base commander she answered to. We lived in Ridgeway Commons, a clean, well-kept neighborhood just outside the perimeter of the base. Most residents were families. Retirees. A few contractors. And one HOA vice president who treated a clipboard like a badge. Her name was Karen Holt. She didn't introduce herself. She issued notices. Parking violations. Trash can timing. Grass height measured with a ruler. I kept to myself. That was my first mistake. That morning, I'd taken the day off. Not a vacation, a pause. The base had been running non-stop. Personnel issues. Training schedules. Security audits. I wanted one quiet afternoon. So I parked my truck halfway across my own driveway while unloading supplies. 10 minutes. That's all it took. Karen appeared like she'd been summoned. "You can't park like that," she said. I nodded. "I'm unloading. It's my driveway." She scoffed. "Rules apply to everyone." I smiled again. "They do." She pulled out her phone. "I'm calling the police." She paced while speaking loudly enough for half the street to hear. "Illegal obstruction. Refusing to comply. Threatening tone." I said nothing. Because experience has taught me something important. Let people finish making mistakes. The officer was professional. He asked questions. He checked IDs. He radioed in. Then his posture changed. Just slightly. He looked at me again. "Sir, can you confirm your place of employment?" "I can," I said. "I'm the base commander at Fort Ridge." Silence. The officer's face went pale. Karen laughed. Then stopped laughing. The officer turned to her. "Ma'am, did you say this man was being aggressive?" Karen swallowed. What Karen didn't understand was how reporting works near a military installation. Everything gets logged. Everything gets forwarded. Especially when civilians call in claims involving base personnel. By sunset, my office had her complaint. By morning, so did legal. Instead of apologizing, Karen escalated. She emailed the HOA. She contacted City Council. She filed a formal complaint with base administration. Against me. She demanded disciplinary action. Karen was invited to a meeting. She assumed she was going to win. She arrived confident. Clipboard in hand. Then the door opened. And she saw me at the head of the table. Uniform on. Nameplate visible. Her face drained of color. She froze. She tried to speak. Nothing came out. I stood. "Miss Holt," I said calmly, "please take a seat." I didn't yell. I didn't threaten. I explained. The difference between rules and power. Between policy and judgment. Between authority and abuse. She listened. For the first time. The investigation found false statements to police, abuse of HOA authority, harassment, misuse of emergency services. Each documented. Each undeniable. Karen lost her HOA position. She was fined. She was formally warned by the city. And the HOA was required to revise enforcement policies. Weeks later, Karen knocked on my door. No clipboard. No attitude. Just quiet. I didn't know, she said. I nodded. That was the problem. Authority isn't about control. It's about responsibility. And when someone forgets that, when they mistake power for permission, the system has a way of correcting them. Sometimes, all it takes is calling the wrong person.